Facebook.com/Casey in the morning. 93.7 KCLB rocks.
Please welcome to the show, the man, the myth, the legend. It's Adam Carolla. How are you, buddy?
Got a cold.
Oh, crap!
It's not going to affect me.
Okay.
Don't let it keep you down.
Funny.
Well, I would say this. I'd rather have you have the cold here on our crummy-ass show than next week when your show's coming to town.
Listen, I've done a lot crummier shows than yours. You don't put yourself down.
Thank you,
You
Adam.
guys are like mid-level crummy.
Thank
There's
you.
crummy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we can only aspire to be there one day. Now, you're known for the radio. You've done work in film. You've done work on TV. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember a lot of Adam Carolla stage shows. Have you been doing the stand-up and going around on stages and I just missed it somehow, or is this new for you?
No, it's new-ish. We started doing it about a year ago, and I've done a lot of sketch comedy and a lot of improvisational comedy, and then Dr. Drew and I used to do college tours like way back in the day, but I never did stand-up. I never did stage shows, and it just so happened that we had an opportunity, and we kind of put one together, and we've been traveling around, and it's been working out pretty well. So it's weird because I'm not really there's actors who got into it, but I'm more of a comedian who just never did stand up, and now I'm doing it.
Now, do you see? Here's what I hear from a lot of people that have gone from radio to stand-up: is in radio you always got to keep it fresh. You got to tell jokes, and once you tell it, you can't really tell it again. Stand-up, you go out, you say the same joke over and over again, but you got to pretend as if it's the first time you've ever told it. For you, is there one that you enjoy more? Doing the radio, doing the stand-up? Do you get joy out of each of them, separately? How was it for you to transition from the radio to the world of stand-up?
Well, I get joy out of nothing. So. But which one is less painful?
Yeah.
I'm sorry for my voice. I like doing radio a ton, and I've always liked doing radio. But stand-up's different animal because you have 500 people in the joint, and it's sort of immediate. But for me, they're just different. They're not really, it's sort of like, what are you in the mood for? Do you like ribs better? Do you like pizza better? Do you like beer better? Do you like brandy better? Do you like blondes better? Do you like brunettes better? It's more sort of like, which one did I have last? And then let's mix it up.
Got Adam Carolla join us online. Well, a little congested here this morning.
I've been fighting this cold for like a week now.
Going to be at the McCallum Theater. Now, you're traveling around a lot right now. I'm wondering, have you had to deal with the TSA yet when you're traveling around doing the shows?
I haven't had to deal with the whole new pat-down thing and the whole new screening thing. And it's just stupid because it's not... we've been all around the country, and I haven't really run into... Maybe I walked through the thing in New York, but you can go online and find out where they all are. So if you want to avoid them, if you're, let's say, a modest housewife, you like to avoid them, or you're part of an Al-Qaeda sleeper cell, you can avoid them. But this notion of, hey, we have these, hey, let's tell all the prisoners where the guard stations are going to be and how many guys are going to be in it at the time and when they're going to be on their break. Like, what is that plan? Why should we put online where these things are and then thus how you can avoid them? And you really think the airport is the direction the terrorists are going? I mean, aren't we caught off guard by them? Isn't that the whole deal? They do stuff we don't expect and then we react? Since when do we come up with stuff before they come up with stuff?
Well, I love the fact that they check all the passengers thoroughly with the prostate exams, but yet all of the packages that are in the plane, they don't screen any of those.
I was sort of shocked and horrified to find out that in the belly of your plane next to your super scrutinized luggage is just some parcel from Tikrit that barely went through any scrutiny, and it's just you're just essentially flying UPS.
Yeah,
right.
At this point.
You leave molested and need a cigarette while your package is just laying there.
Right. It's so. But again, I really do think that a lot of it is just the illusion of safety. I mean, if you think about it, look, I don't want to go all Joe Rogan on anyone's ass with the government conspiracies or anything, but it's a pretty simple proposition that we strike with the government, which is they create the illusion of order, and then we pay them a quarter or a third of our paycheck, and that's our deal. Meaning there's no rioting in the streets, and there's no airplanes falling out of the sky, and then you get our money. So some of it is stopping the airplanes from falling from the sky, but the other part is creating the illusion that they're doing something. I mean, how many of those things you pass through? I don't mean those things, but how many airport security lines have you been in that you think you've been in with someone who's actually dangerous?
I've been in a couple of them, actually, and they were the ones that didn't get screened. I was.
Right.
I think
I'm about... Did anyone do anything?
No, God, no.
No.
That's the whole point. I mean, I've been in 2,000 airport lines. I've never been in it with a guy who they pulled over and pulled a machete out of his back pocket, or who later took down a plane. Like the thing is here's what I'm saying. Every security airport line you've ever been in, and when I say you've, I mean all of your 11 listeners and you guys, nobody has ever been in that line has had any ill intent toward the airplane they were going to get on. So it's all been a waste of time. I mean, thus far, for us.
Now, we've got Adam Carolla joining us this morning. I won't keep you much longer. I know you're fighting a cold, and we do appreciate you coming on. McCallum Theater, December 1st. I do want to point out, you also got the book in stores. In 50 years, we'll all be chicks. And I thank you, by the way, for finally telling it like it is in the book about ketchup packets.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I even had the worst packet than the packet than the ketchup packet the other day. We were on the road in San Jose, and I ordered some little, they had a little sushi bar, down in the lobby of the hotel, and I ordered some California roll to take up to my room, and I bit into the soy sauce packet, which at least the ketchup is viscous and doesn't become airborne and thus weaponized quite as quickly as the soy.
Yeah.
But so I was sitting on this all-white comforter wearing a white shirt, and I ripped this thing open with my teeth, and it just went all over the front of my shirt and all over the bedspread, and it's black in color. And I think even worse, I mean, we don't complain about it as much because you don't put soy sauce on fries, but when you order that sushi, shouldn't that soy sauce come in one of those mini Tabasco bottles?
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't that be heaven?
That would make sense, though. That's why they don't do it.
Or even if the opening at the top was just a little bit smaller so that you were just peeling through less than a centimeter of space instead of a whole inch.
Is there any way to open those things without placing them in your mouth? And in this day and age of Purell, aren't we supposed... I mean, that thing came over in a container ship from China. And it goes right in your mouth. You don't wipe it off. You don't wash it. You don't dab it. You just put it right in your mouth. And then you have that piece in your mouth where you're sort of doing that. It's like the world's worst grenade where you just go...
The trick is to already have a piece of sushi in your mouth. This way it's like a twofer. You get the soy sauce and the sushi.
You get a little squirt in there.
Yes.
It's just... Here's the whole thing. In the book, I say... I think McNuggets came out in 79 or 80. The second the dipping sauce container came out, the ketchup packet should have been gone that weekend, right?
Yes.
It should have all gone to the dip. All you're doing is dipping your fry into it anyway, right?
Exactly.
And then the third disgusting thing you do is you open the ketchup packet and you squirt it out all over the box that your hamburger comes in, which came over on a separate container ship from China and is covered with stars. So you're washing your hands, you're Purelling, but you created a lake of germs to dip your French fries into. And how much money could they be saving? If McDonald's is able to turn a profit on 99-cent McNuggets with 3 of those dipping sauces for every order, don't you think the hamburger joint, I mean, is it less than a penny a unit?
You know what happens too? You know what happens, Adam? You know what happens when you do that? You get sick is what happens. You get a cold.
Yeah.
You get what I got right
Exactly.
now.
Exactly.
Doctor told me I'd ketchup packet-itis.
Well, listen, man, you know what? We're excited about the show next week and excited about the meet and greet. We'll tell people how they can win that here in a couple of minutes. But feel better. Everybody pick up the book. In 50 years, we'll all be chicks, and get those tickets to see Adam Carolla. December 1st, McCallum Theater. Adam, thanks for waking up with us this morning,
Thanks,
man.
guys. Appreciate it.